Right. So have you heard about Trump's Wall of Heroes? And if so, what are any monuments or statues that you would see commemorating any historical figures?
Well, I have not heard about the Wall of Heroes because I did not watch President Trump's Independence Day speech in front of Mount Rushmore. I believe that mountain should be given back to the people who originally populated that land. And whatever the Wall of Heroes is, it better be celebrating the people who initially occupied this land to begin with.
Well, one of my favorites right now is Booker T. Washington. He is such amazing genius of a man to, like, after the Civil War, to get people back to work. And he said, you want to be relevant in society, you do something so great that they can't live without you. And he taught, and he organized a college to where he was just such a great man. And instead of liberal victimization, he taught them work hard and be a valuable member of society, and you will always be valued as a person. So I just think he's such a great man. And I was told, I'm not sure if this is true, that he was the first black man that was invited as a guest to the White House by Teddy Roosevelt. And I just think he's just such a trendsetter and such a great man for all of us to be inspired by. So that would be somebody I would like to see.
A lot of the historical features. Relevant day, I would say Tucker Carlson or even Donald Trump if he's not in there already, or going to be. He's a voice for the American people who is actually being listened to today because he's one of the highest, like Tucker Carlson, the highest listened to talk show host right now. So we love Tucker.
I would say Donald Trump, because if you're gonna make one present day, and he's lowered the unemployment rate, and he's just done a lot of great things. So that's what I think.
I mainly hesitate because I'm trying to think of figures that I think people identify with that are well known. I think a lot of our history and the making of it is not well known by many. For all the people that contributed, I think we just kind of hear the headliners, the big names. So in my mind, I'm like, there really isn't a wall big enough for that many people. That's why I can't think of just one, think of 100, there isn't a wall big enough. I think what's more appropriate is that, sorry, this car backing up. I think what would be more appropriate would be more of just a monument that symbolizes all of it, just all of it. And what just pops into my head, for a lot of different reasons, because it has a lot of different significance in how America was founded, is a ship. You could think that ship would symbolize things like the Mayflower, things like slave ships, things like colonial, just, when you think of, in this discovery, when I think of discovery, you think of, like, say, Sacagawea, you think of Lewis and Clark, but what kind of symbolizes how discovery, from a historical standpoint, starts with some type of vessel of some sort. So I think instead of a wall, I think without some kind of symbol that kind of encapsulates everything, because no matter who you put on that wall, you can find pros and cons by each, and it's gonna do what we're trying not to do, that is bring the country together. But I think finding something like much in kind of like how we look at the Statue of Liberty, how that's a symbol that unites us all. So just to pick and choose certain people throughout 400 years, I think it's a disservice to our country. What I think would be more appropriate would be, again, like some type of symbol that galvanizes everyone. So when you start putting figureheads or just any statue, people are, you're almost asking which one of my kids do I love more. It's kind of that same, like, well, who should go up? I think it should be something that galvanizes everyone. Okay. And I think using a symbol takes away that rhetoric or that veil where people will have feelings of one way or another. When you put anything in front of someone, there's going to be some biases just for whatever reason why people might have them. But I agree with them, disagree with them, that's not beside the point. That's beside the point. But I think the point that he's trying to show is, like, how do we represent to all of those that have contributed to America's history? And without exploration, be it space, be it navigational, be it even geologically, like with oil, I mean, like without exploration of the mind, of our country, without any of it, no country would have been founded. I think something that And there's so many, getting to that point, there's so many different great explorers. Who do you pick? So I think something that kind of brings that exploration feel to it.
I basically have heard about this idea when he spoke at Mount Rushmore, and I love the idea. I didn't like the idea of tearing down statues. We should go through a process to get them if they want to move them, and I'm okay with moving Confederate statues. But to me, they're art, and they could be moved into a museum. Now, ideas that I have, maybe MacArthur, okay, some of the generals that were in the Second World War could be put up as statues, okay, maybe some of our other presidents could be made statues, probably got statues there already, but off the top of my head, I really can't think of too much, but I like the idea that he's going to have input and let people say, hey, we need to make a statue to Margaret Sanger, of all people, okay? Now, I would like that, but if somebody wants Margaret Sanger, that's okay. But